Hello, beautiful Gemini soul family. There is an energy lifting off of you at this time. This Aries energy is giving you a boost, Gemini, okay? The fire to your air. This energy, Gemini, is bringing you into what feels natural to you again. You might be feeling, or you might have been feeling like you needed to go within and be still. That is temporary. You're going to come out of that very soon. This boost of fresh air is going to bring that in. So listen to your intuition. You're going to have a lot of messages coming in, Gemini Collective, okay? A lot of messages. The different compartments of self want to come together into union. And so the activation here is for you to come into your natural, powerful state of being, once again, bringing yourself into this dynamic perspective where you're going to be able to bring your desires, your dreams, your goals to fruition. It's where you've been headed for a long time, and the pieces of the puzzle have been coming together. And so this is another in between, but it's very short-lived. Here's the key. Whatever needs to be healed, address it now. Allow it to heal. That's the reason for the energy that might feel stagnant. It's not really stagnation. It's healing underneath the surface. It's healing at different levels. It's healing in your grid, in your field. It's the healing and coming together of your ideas, merging spheres, if you will, into one solid frequency spectrum of delivery, where you're able to execute all of these different ideas that have been coming to you, perhaps over the past year for many of you, Gemini. So the energy is going to help you to clear any lack consciousness as you allow these things to come together. But the wounds, what's coming through now is the wounds must be addressed. Continue to really address the wounds. The clarity is what's going to bring forward what it is you truly desire, Geminis. That's coming through now. These are the Arcturians. Really focus on that, but in a positive way. Don't focus into the weight of it. Focus into the release. Focus into the end game. The end game is success. You are successful. Be what you are. That's the whole being coming together to execute these goals from divine perspective, from higher perspective, Gemini. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Boy, that got deep. Definitely the Arcturians are being very specific there about whatever wounds, trauma, hurts, whatever it is that needs to be healed. Follow through with that, okay? Also, the Arcturians want me to point out the union of self is so important in this reading. In fact, you have 1111 in your reading. You also have tens, the completion of a cycle. So you're really completing this cycle, Gemini. So keep going. So I hope that makes sense. Beautiful Gemini soul family. Let me know if any of it resonates below, as always, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon. Namaste. Hello, beautiful Libra soul family. This fresh energy of spring. This is definitely squeezing you. You might be feeling squeezed. It's like you're being pushed. What they're showing me, in fact, it's like you're being guided or even pushed, maybe pulled. Okay, put it where it belongs. It's more like you're moving through this narrow whatever this is. And as you're being pulled or pushed through, things are coming off of you. You're leaving things behind. Okay, you're leaving things behind. So when you get to the other side of whatever this energy is, you're lighter. You have left something behind. In fact, that's what you're being activated into, is the ability to let go, allow this to happen. And there's some truth of you, of who you are, that arrives on the other side of this. And whatever this is opens up possibilities for you that you may have realized existed, but you weren't sure how you were going to get there. You didn't feel good enough to get there, perhaps. Something like that. It's like something wasn't quite adding up. Something wasn't quite in order enough for you to get there. So this could be, in your individual lives involving something small, something very big. It could be very lighthearted. It could be very dramatic. You may be dropping a lot of baggage. So in preparation for this, you have been surrounded by guides, angels, whatever it is you really connect to. It doesn't really matter which archetype, which way of viewing awakening or viewing the universe or God you choose. It really doesn't matter. But whoever or whatever it is you relate to is around you. Okay, so what's coming through are ancestors, guides, definitely galactic soul family, different aspects of self. They're all with you all the time, but at this time, you have an opportunity or have had an opportunity to be very aware of them. And they've been working with you on high levels, guiding you so that you have some type of direction. If you've not been feeling this consciously, then this is a time for you to be activated into that now, because it's going to allow you to be able to absorb new information. Remember, if you're going through this transformation, this transition where you're going to feel much lighter, you're going to be able to learn new things. And I'm hearing even in preparation for this, you have learned new things to guide you through this process. It's like you're waking up into something new, Libra. What's going to happen is it's going to reorganize your structure. It's going to tidy it up, right? Kind of get it into a certain position or a certain way of being that's more comfortable for you. That's a little more light, a little more fun, takes the edge off. All this is what I'm hearing, okay, Libra? And just allow you to be you. So in that way, this is similar to Gemini as well. It's going to allow you to really operate the way you feel most comfortable, and therefore you'll be more efficient. This is going to be a new level. So if you're already feeling efficient, you're going to be feeling more efficient. If you were feeling like you weren't getting things done, at the end of this experience, you're going to be getting things done. Things are going to start to appear before you in a positive way. You're going to feel successful there. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, my beautiful Libra soul family. Let me know if any of it resonates below, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. Namaste. Hello to my beautiful Aquarius soul family. Listen, if you had a wall up around your heart, it's coming down in this energy. If you had somebody else blocking your ability to get to them, get through to them, emotionally speaking, energetically speaking, that's coming down. There are things opening up in that area. Whatever is happening in your life that involves a roadblock to emotion, a roadblock to creativity, a roadblock to birth, that's being removed. Obstacles are being removed with this energy. This has already been starting prior to this because that's the way time and energy work, okay? Time is just for the experience. The energy always is. You've already known this is coming in the field. You guys have been already working toward this. And remember, this is a collective reading. So regardless of whether you were even conscious of this, it's happening in the field. And now that you're hearing it, you're probably going to be able to pinpoint where this was happening. But what's more important is utilize this energy, you guys, because healing is available to you in some area. These obstacles that are going to be removed, it's going to open the floodgates for some sort of new passion to be able to be expressed. If you are perhaps looking to create life, it could be physical life. That's likely going to be easier in this energy. Put it where it applies. Not everyone is looking to have children or a baby at this time, but the energy is so favorable for that. But more so, it's creative passion. In general, you have the power to create beyond this reading, number one. So, it's about using this where it applies and knowing how it is available to you. There's some type of balance that's trying to be restored, Aquarius, and this is going on with a lot of the signs, actually. So in 2022, there were a lot of revelations, a lot of truth was being revealed. And so there's that general overall thing happening, but then specifically to you, there may have been somewhere in your life something being revealed, something you now know that you didn't know before that could have been a little bit painful. It depends on the situation. But whatever it is, whether it's small or large, it affects your life, your structure, your quantum situation in a very distinct way. In other words, it changes your structure in some way, or it has changed it in some way. So this might have been responsible for some of these blocks to relationships, blocks to creativity. And certainly, if you're not in a relationship and you're looking to be in one, for instance, that would mean that there's an opening for you, whether it's with a specific person you're thinking about or just in general. And actually, that's for all of the air signs that's been coming through. But in your reading, it's the most prominent. So there's some creation, and that's what's being activated in this reading, Aquarius, that wants to come forth. There's some creative energy underneath the surface. It's got a lot to do with 2023 in general that wants to erupt from you, but you've been hampered. This is going on with a lot of the signs, with many, many people. And so this is activating you into being able to recognize when you're able to access this and use this ability to create. Just know that there is an obstacle being removed. Look for that to be removed. You will co-create it in this way, in fact. The energy is already favorable, right? But you acknowledging it and expecting it to be so is going to make it that much more likely that you will recognize this when it occurs, if it hasn't already, and you will take the initiative, if you will, to use the energy. So I hope that makes sense, beautiful Aquarius soul family. Let me know if any of this resonates below as always, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. Namaste.